Interstate 75, I-75, is a major interstate highway that runs through Lee County, Florida. It spans 470 miles from Miami to the Georgia state line and is a vital transportation artery for the state of Florida. History: I-75 in Florida was completed in 1986 and has since undergone several significant improvements and expansions to accommodate the state's growing population and increased traffic. The highway was designed to provide a vital connection between Florida's major cities and was constructed with the latest engineering and safety features. I-75 in Lee County runs through several cities, including Fort Myers, Bonita Springs, and Estero. The highway features 6 lanes for most of its length in the county, and in some areas, additional lanes are being constructed to accommodate increased traffic volume. I-75 is a major trucking route, and the highway features several truckway stations in Lee County to ensure compliance with state and federal regulations. Attractions: I-75 in Lee County provides access to several popular attractions in the area, including beaches, state parks, and cultural and entertainment venues. The highway provides easy access to the Gulf Coast beaches, including the world-famous Sanibel Island and Captiva Island. It also provides access to several state parks, including Lovers Key State Park and Crescent State Park. In addition, I-75 in Lee County is located near several cultural and entertainment venues, including the Barbara B. Mann Performing Arts Hall, the Germain Arena, and the Edison and Ford Winter Estates. Challenges: while I-75 in Lee County is a vital transportation artery, it also poses several challenges for drivers. Heavy traffic and congestion during peak travel times can cause delays and backups, and accidents and construction can further compound these issues. In addition, severe weather, such as tropical storms and hurricanes, can cause closures and detours on I-75, which can affect travel plans. Conclusion: I-75 in Lee County is a critical component of Florida's transportation infrastructure. The highway provides easy access to popular attractions, cultural and entertainment venues, and serves as a vital trucking route for the state's economy. While it poses several challenges for drivers, ongoing improvements and expansions are being made to ensure the safety and efficiency of this important highway. Here are some crash statistics for I-75 in Lee County. According to data from the Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles, DHSMV, there were 4,138 crashes on I-75 in Lee County in 2020. Of those crashes, 1,189 resulted in injuries, and 23 were fatal. This represents a slight decrease in the number of crashes from the previous year, but an increase in the number of fatalities. The majority of crashes on I-75 in Lee County occur on weekdays, with the highest number of crashes occurring on Thursdays. The most common time for crashes to occur is between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m., which coincides with rush hour traffic. The most common cause of crashes on I-75 in Lee County is driver error, which includes factors such as speeding, distracted driving, and following too closely. Other common factors include weather conditions, road conditions, and vehicle defects. While the number of crashes on I-75 in Lee County is concerning, there are steps that drivers can take to reduce their risk of being involved in a crash. These include obeying the speed limit, avoiding distractions such as texting while driving, leaving plenty of space between your vehicle and the vehicle in front of you, and wearing your seatbelt at all times. In addition to driver behavior, road design and maintenance can also play a role in the frequency and severity of crashes on I-75. Improvements such as widening the highway and adding safety features such as barriers and rumble strips can help to reduce the number of crashes on I-75 in Lee County. Lee County, Florida is a vibrant and growing community located in the southwestern part of the state. With a population of over 790,000 people, Lee County is the 8th most populous county in Florida and is home to several thriving cities and towns, including Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Bonita Springs. Geography and climate: Lee County is located along the Gulf of Mexico and covers a total area of 1,212 square miles. The county is bordered by Charlotte County to the north, Hendry County to the east, Collier County to the south, and the Gulf of Mexico to the west. Lee County's location in southwest Florida means that it enjoys warm, sunny weather for most of the year, with average temperatures ranging from the mid-70s in the winter to the mid-90s in the summer. Economy. Lee County's economy is diverse and growing, with a mix of industries that include healthcare, tourism, construction, and technology. The county's largest employer is Lee Health, a not-for-profit healthcare system that operates several hospitals and healthcare facilities throughout the region. Tourism is also a significant contributor to the local economy, with visitors flocking to Lee County to enjoy its beautiful beaches, nature preserves, and outdoor recreation opportunities. Additionally, Lee County is home to several major companies and corporations, including Hertz Global Holdings, Gartner, and 21st Century Oncology. Education. Lee County is home to several top-notch public and private schools, including Florida Gulf Coast University, which offers over 50 undergraduate and graduate degree programs. The county's public school system, Lee County Schools, is the 9th largest school district in Florida and serves over 96,000 students in 96 schools. Additionally, Lee County is home to several private schools, including Bishop Verrott Catholic High School, Canterbury School, and Evangelical Christian School. Attractions and recreation. Lee County is known for its beautiful beaches, which attract visitors from around the world. Some of the most popular beaches in the area include Sanibel Island, Captiva Island, and Fort Myers Beach. Lee County is also home to several nature preserves and parks, including the J.N. Darling National Wildlife Refuge, Lovers Key State Park, and the 6 Mile Cypress Slough Preserve. For sports fans, Lee County is the spring training home of the Boston Red Sox and the Minnesota Twins, and hosts several other sports events throughout the year. Here are a few little-known facts about Lee County. Cape Coral, a city in Lee County, has more canals than any other city in the world. In fact, the city has over 400 miles of navigable waterways. The Edison and Ford Winter Estates, located in Fort Myers, were once the winter homes of inventors Thomas Edison and Henry Ford. The estates are now a popular tourist attraction that showcases the inventors' work and contributions to the community. Lee County is home to the only shell museum in the United States. The Bailey Matthews National Shell Museum, located on Sanibel Island, features over 30 exhibits and displays that showcase the beauty and diversity of seashells from around the world. Pine Island, located off the coast of Lee County, was once the site of the thriving pineapple industry in the late 1800s. Today, the island is known for its fishing and boating opportunities, as well as its unique island culture. The Caloosahatchee Nature Center and Planetarium, located in Fort Myers, is a 105-acre nature preserve that features a planetarium, wildlife exhibits, and walking trails. The center is dedicated to promoting environmental education and conservation in the community. Lee County is home to several unique festivals and events throughout the year, including the Everglades Seafood Festival, the Sanibel Island Writers Conference, and the Caloosahatchee Blue Wave Paddling Festival. Fort Myers was once the winter home of famous inventor and businessman Thomas Edison. Visitors can tour Edison's winter estate and laboratory, which has been preserved as a museum. The Mount Keir Archaeological State Park, located in Estero Bay, is the site of a pre-Columbian Caloosahatchee Indian settlement. Visitors can explore the park's walking trails and learn about the history and culture of the Caloosahatchee people. Why did the man cross the Caloosahatchee River to get to the other side of Lee County? What do you call a group of alligators hanging out on the canals of Cape Coral? The Lee County Welcoming Committee. Why did the man refuse to leave Sanibel Island? He was afraid of being Lee Countied by the rest of the world. Why did the man get a boat in Fort Myers? So he could always be leaning on the water. What's the difference between a Fort Myers snowbird and a Lee County resident? About 6 months. Why did the chicken cross the Tammy Army Trail in Lee County? To prove he wasn't just a chicken. Why did the man move to Estero? He heard it was a great place to live. Why did the man choose to live on Pine Island? He wanted to be surrounded by appealing scenery. In 2007, the Florida Department of Transportation, FDOT, began a major widening project on a stretch of Interstate 75, I-75, in Florida. The project was designed to alleviate traffic congestion and improve safety for drivers along this busy highway. The widening project covered a 15-mile stretch of I-75 in Lee and Charlotte counties, beginning just south of the Daniels Parkway exit and ending at the Jones Loop Road exit. The project added an additional lane in each direction, bringing the total number of lanes to 6. It also included the construction of new exit and entrance ramps, improved drainage systems, and upgrades to existing bridges. The project was completed in several phases, with construction crews working around the clock to minimize disruption to traffic flow. The first phase began in 2007 and focused on the southern portion of the project, from the Corkscrew Road exit to the Alico Road exit. The second phase began in 2008 and focused on the northern portion of the project, from the Daniels Parkway exit to the Jones Loop Road exit. The entire project was completed in 2010. The widening project was necessary due to the rapid population growth in southwest Florida, which had led to increased traffic congestion on I-75. The highway serves as a major transportation artery for the region, connecting residents and tourists to the Gulf Coast beaches, theme parks, and other attractions. The widening project has helped to alleviate congestion and improve safety for drivers on this busy stretch of highway. The project was not without its challenges, however. There were concerns about the impact of construction on the environment, particularly the impact on wetlands in the area. FDOT worked closely with local environmental agencies to ensure that the project was carried out in an environmentally responsible manner. In addition, the widening project faced criticism from some residents and businesses along the highway, who were concerned about the impact of construction on their properties. FDOT worked closely with these stakeholders to address their concerns and minimize disruption as much as possible. The Florida Highway Patrol, FHP, is the state law enforcement agency responsible for enforcing traffic laws and investigating traffic accidents on Florida's highways and roads. Founded in 1939, the FHP is one of the oldest and most respected state law enforcement agencies in the United States. The FHP is responsible for ensuring the safety of Florida's motorists and pedestrians by enforcing traffic laws and responding to accidents and emergencies on the state's highways and roads. FHP troopers patrol more than 30,000 miles of Florida's highways and are responsible for issuing citations, making arrests, and investigating accidents. To become a Florida Highway Patrol trooper, candidates must meet a rigorous set of physical, mental, and educational requirements. They must complete a training program that includes instruction in defensive driving, firearms, and emergency response. Once they have completed their training, troopers are assigned to one of 8 regional FHP troops throughout the state. In addition to enforcing traffic laws, the FHP is also responsible for providing assistance during emergencies and natural disasters. Troopers are trained to respond to a variety of situations, including hurricanes, wildfires, and other natural disasters. The FHP has a strong commitment to community outreach and education. Troopers regularly participate in community events, such as safety fairs and school presentations, to promote safe driving habits and raise awareness about the dangers of distracted and impaired driving. The FHP is also known for its innovative use of technology in law enforcement. Troopers use a variety of tools and technologies to enforce traffic laws and investigate accidents, including radar guns, breathalyzer machines, and accident reconstruction software. Overall, the Florida Highway Patrol plays a crucial role in ensuring the safety of Florida's highways and roads. Its commitment to community outreach and education, along with its use of innovative technology, has made it one of the most respected state law enforcement agencies in the country. Southwest Florida has been left reeling after Hurricane Ian made landfall on the Gulf Coast. The Category 4 hurricane brought devastating winds and flooding to the region, causing widespread damage and destruction. The aftermath of Hurricane Ian has been difficult for residents of the region. Many homes and businesses have been destroyed or severely damaged, leaving residents without shelter or basic necessities. Emergency services have been working around the clock to provide assistance to those affected by the storm. The Florida National Guard has been called in to help with relief efforts, and Governor Ron DeSantis has declared a state of emergency for the region. The Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, has also been providing assistance to those affected by the storm. One of the hardest hit areas has been the city of Naples, where the storm surge caused significant flooding and damage to buildings along the waterfront. The storm surge also caused damage to the Naples Pier, a popular attraction in the area. In Fort Myers, the storm caused extensive damage to the downtown area, including the historic Edison and Ford Winter Estates. The storm also knocked out power to much of the city, leaving residents without electricity for days. The effects of Hurricane Ian have also been felt throughout the region's economy. The tourism industry, which is a major driver of the local economy, has been hit hard by the storm. Many hotels and attractions have been closed due to damage, and it may be some time before they can reopen. The agricultural industry has also been affected. with many crops and livestock destroyed by the storm. The state's citrus industry, which is concentrated in southwest Florida, has been particularly hard hit. Despite the devastation caused by Hurricane Ian, the people of southwest Florida remain resilient. Many have come together to help their neighbors and support relief efforts. Organizations such as the American Red Cross and local charities have been providing food, shelter, and other necessities to those in need. As the recovery efforts continue, it is clear that the region has a long road ahead, but with the support of emergency services, aid organizations, and the community, Southwest Florida will eventually recover from the devastating effects of Hurricane Ian. Lee County is known for its beautiful beaches, warm weather, and vibrant culture. But did you know that it is also home to some silly and quirky things that make it a unique and fun place to live or visit? First up on our list is the Bubble Room, a restaurant in Captiva Island that is known for its quirky decor and delicious food. The restaurant is filled with vintage toys, Christmas decorations, and other oddities that create a whimsical atmosphere. And don't forget to try their famous bubble bread, a sweet, fluffy bread served with orange butter. Next, we have the Edison and Ford Winter Estates in Fort Myers, which are known for their beautiful gardens and historic homes. But did you know that they also have a giant banyan tree that is over 400 years old? This massive tree has grown to cover over an acre of land and has become a popular spot for photos and shade on a hot day. If you're looking for something a bit more offbeat, head to the Shell Factory in North Fort Myers. This unique attraction is part gift shop, part museum, and part amusement park. You can browse their extensive collection of seashells and fossils, play mini golf, visit the petting zoo, and even take a ride on a zip line. For a taste of local history and culture, check out the Caloosahatchee State Historic Site in Estero. This park is home to the remains of a utopian community that believed in celibacy and the idea that the earth was hollow. You can take a guided tour, visit the museum, and explore the beautiful gardens and nature trails. Last but not least, we have the Cape Coral Burrowing Owl Festival. This annual event celebrates the cute and quirky burrowing owl, which is a common sight in Cape Coral's neighborhoods. The festival features live music, food vendors, and educational exhibits about these adorable birds. From athletes to musicians, here are some of the famous people who were born or raised in Lee County. Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders, also known as Prime Time, is a former professional football and baseball player. He was born in Fort Myers and attended North Fort Myers High School before going on to play at Florida State University. Ramesses Page. Ramesses Page was a novelist and poet who was born in Lee County. She wrote several books, including Rivers of Time and River's Edge. Tyler Coast. Tyler Coast was a standout football player at Island Coast High School in Cape Coral. He went on to play at the University of Louisville before being signed by the NFL's San Francisco 49ers. Rodney Adams. Rodney Adams is a professional football player who was born in Fort Myers. He played college football at South Florida before being drafted by the Minnesota Vikings in 2017. Anthony Henry. Anthony Henry is a former professional football player who was born in Fort Myers. He played for several NFL teams throughout his career, including the Dallas Cowboys and Detroit Lions. Tamara Lee. Tamara Lee is a singer and songwriter who was born in Fort Myers. She has released several albums and singles throughout her career, including Bring Me to You and Beautiful Tomorrow. Mike Greenwell. Mike Greenwell is a former professional baseball player who was born in Fort Myers. He played for the Boston Red Sox for over a decade and was a two-time All-Star. Michelle Wie. Michelle Wie is a professional golfer who was born in Honolulu, Hawaii but spent much of her childhood in Naples, Florida. She has won several LPGA Tour events and was named the LPGA Rookie of the Year in 2009. The weather in Lee County is influenced by its proximity to the Gulf of Mexico, which can bring both relief from the heat and humidity in the form of sea breezes, but also severe storms. During the summer months, which last from May to September, temperatures in Lee County can reach into the high 80s and low 90s Fahrenheit, with high humidity making it feel even hotter. Afternoon thunderstorms are common during this time, providing some relief from the heat but also bringing the potential for lightning, heavy rain, and even hail. In the winter months, which last from December to February, temperatures in Lee County are much milder, with average highs in the mid-70s Fahrenheit and lows in the 50s. This makes it an attractive destination for snowbirds, people who migrate to warmer climates during the winter months. One of the biggest weather threats to Lee County is hurricanes. which typically occur between June and November. These storms can bring high winds, heavy rain, storm surges, and flooding. Lee County has experienced several devastating hurricanes in the past, including Hurricane Irma in 2017, which caused widespread damage and power outages throughout the region. Another weather threat to Lee County is wildfires, which can occur during the dry season from October to April. These fires are often sparked by lightning or human activity and can spread quickly, fueled by dry vegetation. Overall, the weather in Lee County is typical of the subtropical climate found in much of Florida. While it can be hot and humid during the summer months and face threats from severe weather, the mild winter temperatures and beautiful natural surroundings make it a popular destination for tourists and residents alike. According to the most recent statistics from the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, there were a total of 18,547 reported crimes in Lee County in 2020. This represents a slight decrease from the previous year, but still translates to a crime rate of 2,359 per 100,000 people. The majority of crimes reported in Lee County were property crimes, including theft, burglary, and motor vehicle theft. In 2020, there were 14,707 property crimes reported in the county, accounting for nearly 80% of all reported crimes. Violent crimes, including homicide, rape, robbery, and aggravated assault, were less common in Lee County but still occurred at a rate of 413 per 100,000 people in 2020. There were a total of 3,840 reported violent crimes in the county last year. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is the primary law enforcement agency in the county and is responsible for investigating and responding to criminal activity. They have implemented several programs and initiatives aimed at reducing crime and improving public safety, including community policing, crime prevention education, and partnerships with other law enforcement agencies and community organizations. Trucking is an essential part of the economy in Florida, and the industry is regulated by a number of rules and regulations designed to ensure safety on the roads. These rules cover everything from the qualifications of truck drivers to the weight limits of commercial vehicles, and play a critical role in keeping both truck drivers and other motorists safe. One of the most important rules governing trucking in Florida is the requirement for commercial driver's licenses, CDLs. In order to operate a commercial vehicle, drivers must hold a CDL, which requires passing a series of written and driving tests. Additionally, trucking companies are required to conduct regular drug and alcohol testing of their drivers to ensure that they are not impaired while on the road. Another important rule is the weight limit for commercial vehicles. In Florida, the maximum weight for a commercial vehicle is 80,000 pounds, including the weight of the truck and its cargo. This limit helps to ensure that trucks are not overloaded, which can lead to accidents and damage to the roads. Trucking rules also govern the hours of service for truck drivers. These rules limit the amount of time that a driver can spend on the road without taking a break to rest and recharge. The goal of these regulations is to prevent truck driver fatigue, which can increase the risk of accidents. In addition to these rules, trucking companies and drivers must also comply with a number of other regulations, including rules on the transportation of hazardous materials, vehicle inspections, and record keeping. Failure to comply with these rules can result in fines, license suspension or revocation, and other penalties. While these regulations can sometimes be seen as burdensome by trucking companies and drivers, they play a critical role in ensuring the safety of all motorists on the road. By enforcing strict rules and regulations, Florida can help to prevent accidents, protect the environment, and keep the economy moving. Road pavement is an essential part of infrastructure in Florida, providing safe and reliable transportation for residents and visitors alike. The state's climate and geology pose unique challenges for road construction and maintenance, and Florida's Transportation Department works diligently to ensure that the state's roads are safe and well maintained. One of the challenges of road pavement in Florida is the state's high humidity and frequent rain. These conditions can cause asphalt to deteriorate quickly, leading to potholes and cracks that can damage vehicles and create hazardous conditions for drivers. In response, Florida's Transportation Department has developed strategies to help prevent pavement deterioration and extend the life of roads. These include applying sealants and coatings to protect the asphalt, and regularly filling potholes and cracks before they become larger issues. Another challenge of road pavement in Florida is the state's geology. Florida is known for its limestone bedrock, which can create sinkholes and other geological hazards that can affect the stability of roads. To address this, engineers use a variety of techniques to ensure that roads are constructed on solid foundations and to monitor for any signs of instability or damage. Florida's Transportation Department also prioritizes sustainable practices in road pavement. For example, recycled materials can be used in road construction, such as recycled asphalt pavement, RAP, and recycled concrete aggregate, RCA. These materials help to reduce waste and minimize the environmental impact of road construction. Finally, Florida's Transportation Department has invested in technology to improve road pavement maintenance and safety. For example, they use pavement condition sensors to monitor the state of the roads and identify areas that require maintenance or repair. They also use data analytics and predictive modeling to plan for future maintenance needs and ensure that resources are allocated efficiently. The Florida skunk ape, a legendary creature said to inhabit the swamps of Florida, has been the subject of numerous sightings and stories. Here are a few funny ones. One man claimed to have seen the skunk ape while he was out fishing in the Everglades. He said the creature was holding a fishing rod and had a cooler full of beer next to it. The man assumed the skunk ape was just enjoying a day out on the water like he was. Another person reported seeing the skunk ape trying to hitch a ride on the side of the road. The creature was holding a sign that read "Need a lift to the swamp, please." A group of campers reported hearing strange noises in the middle of the night while they were sleeping in their tents. When they investigated, they found the skunk ape playing a game of bongos around the campfire. The creature apparently didn't mind sharing its music with fellow campers. One woman reported seeing the skunk ape wearing a tuxedo and carrying a bouquet of flowers. She assumed the creature was on its way to a formal event in the nearby city. While these stories are undoubtedly humorous, it's important to remember that the skunk ape is still a mystery to many and is considered a legend by some. Whether or not the creature exists, it's fun to imagine what it might be up to if it were real. Florida is known for its hot, humid climate, which can take a toll on vehicles. However, there are other factors that contribute to the prevalence of broken-down cars on Florida's roads. One major factor is the high volume of tourists and snowbirds that visit Florida each year. Many of these visitors rent cars, which may not be as well maintained as their own vehicles back home. Additionally, visitors may not be as familiar with Florida's roads and driving conditions, which can lead to accidents and breakdowns. Another factor is the age of many of the vehicles on Florida's roads. Florida has a large population of retirees, many of whom are on fixed incomes and may not be able to afford newer vehicles. Additionally, many low-income residents in Florida rely on older vehicles as their primary mode of transportation. The hot and humid climate in Florida can also contribute to breakdowns. High temperatures can cause engines to overheat, while humidity can cause corrosion and rust on metal components. Additionally, the frequent rainstorms and hurricanes in Florida can lead to flooding and water damage to vehicles. Finally, Florida's high traffic volume can also contribute to breakdowns. With so many vehicles on the roads, accidents and traffic jams are common, which can cause wear and tear on vehicles and lead to breakdowns.